76ers fans, you guys have dealt with your fair share of injuries once your draft picks have been picked. But do not fear, Ben Simmons will be up for Rookie of the Year after missing his first season. Before we start the video guys, be sure to subscribe to my channel if you love NBA, basketball, or you're a young player looking for some advice on prehab and rehab strategies. Or even better, you can follow me on social media at Pinpoint Podiatry. Guys, I decided we'd start a series where we look at players as individuals and their individual injuries. So we'll be taking a look at what the injury is, how and why they might have occurred, and what returning to basketball might look like afterwards. So with the news that the 76ers have traded for the #1 draft pick in this year's draft and likely to take Markelle Fultz with that pick, there's been a lot of talk of what the 76ers could be. I've heard that they're going to be too injury prone or they won't be anything special, with several of their last picks being injured once they've been selected or been traded to. With their most recent #1 draft pick, they selected Australian Ben Simmons, who unfortunately suffered a fracture of his 5th metatarsal, or what's known as a Jones fracture, after spraining his ankle in a scrimmage. If you guys would like to know more about ankle sprains, feel free to head over to my playlist on my channel. So why is a Jones fracture considered to be a serious injury? They can be considered difficult to heal because this area of the bone has a small blood supply and sits between a couple of tendons. So once the bone is fractured, it is likely that those tendons can pull the bone apart, which means that a Jones fracture is at a higher risk of a non-union or not being able to heal properly. So most athletes opt for an internal fixation such as a screw to help the bone heal. Likewise, there's probably a period where they're non-weight bearing for about 6 to 8 weeks in a large cam boot. He probably also did some rehab exercises to strengthen the muscles that he hadn't used for about 6 to 8 weeks. He might also need to drink some more milk for some bone strength. So why did this happen? Like I mentioned, Simmons sprained his ankle in a scrimmage. If you remember at the time of being drafted, Ben Simmons weighed about 220 pounds or 100 kilos. And at the time where the injury occurred, he'd put on 33 pounds. So he weighs about 250 pounds now or 110 kilos. With such a rapid weight gain, he may still have been getting used to that weight. Therefore, his biomechanics may have changed. Also, larger athletes create larger joint forces, even with smaller joint movements. Also, previous ankle sprains may have been a factor. Now, being from Melbourne, Australia, I have played Ben Simmons a few times, and maybe I broke his ankle just a couple of times. No, that did not happen, unfortunately. Anyways, enough about me sucking at basketball. Let's get back to the topic at hand. The Jones fracture. So why am I so confident that Ben Simmons will be fine? Well, let me put it to you like this. He's not the first and he won't be the last to suffer a Jones fracture. Now, if you've seen my other videos, I like to use scientific evidence to back up what I'm saying. So once again, a group of doctors conducted a study looking at Jones fractures and players' performance after a Jones fracture. And this study spans from the 94-95 season all the way to the 2012-2013 season. Out of all the players included in the study, only 15% did not return to play, which means that 85% of players who suffered a Jones fracture were able to return back to NBA basketball. So the average age of the players was about 24 to 25 years old. The average weight was a BMI of 24.7, and you'll find that the average experience that each player had was about 4 years in the league. And so what the doctors did, they compared each player's player efficiency rating before and after the injury. And what they found was that there was no significant change in the player's player efficiency rating. So what does this mean for 76ers fans? It means that you shouldn't be too worried about Ben Simmons. Now, who else has had a Jones fracture? Kevin Durant. And look at him now, he just won the finals MVP. So I'm very confident that Simmons will return to his level of play. Now, seeing as he hasn't played a season in the NBA yet, we don't really know what that level of play is going to be. But I'm backing him in for Rookie of the Year, that's for sure. So guys, if you found this video interesting, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. And tell me who you want to see next in this series. So let me know by commenting down below, or you can let me know at social media, so at Pinpoint Podiatry. And be sure to subscribe for more content like this. Now, thanks for watching, and most importantly, trust the process.